Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to record a video today. This is a video I have made already. I made it last year back in March 2023, and at the time I called it something like affirming for self-concept versus affirming for specific desire. I privated that video because I sounded a bit too dazed out in the video, and honestly, it wasn't good enough for me. But while I still agree with the contents of what I said in that video, I'm going to pretty much reiterate what I said in that video. So let's talk affirming for self-concept versus affirming for SP. When you are affirming for self-concept, you immediately reap the rewards. Okay, you notice a change in your physiology. If I start to say things like, I'm the luckiest girl in the world, everything always works out for me. By the way, I have been saying that for the past 2 days, and they upgraded my hotel room single-handedly because of this affirmation. I am telling you. I have a thing for the number 181 or 188. Anything to do with 1 and 8, I have a thing for. And my hotel number is 181. What are the odds? What are the chances? Anyway. So when you start affirming for self-concept, and let's say you start using affirmations like, everything always works out for me, I get treated like a celebrity everywhere I go, I'm the luckiest person in the world, you are going to notice a change in your physiology, but you're also going to notice a change in your reality pretty soon after that. Because it seems like within a couple of days, everyone starts to conform to your self-concept affirmations. However, it seems when we're affirming for an SP, for instance, we are constantly in a habit of casting doubt over our own affirmations. First and foremost, we'll start to want signs. Your need to want signs, this constant validation that you require, by the way, stop it, guys. I know it's encouraging in the beginning to want to see some sort of a sign because you just want a nod from the universe like, I got you. But it's not going to be fun when you keep manifesting signs and the manifestation is nowhere to be seen. Don't get lost in the source. Please do not get lost in the source. You are not here to manifest signs. You are here for the fulfillment of your desire. You shouldn't require validation anyway. See, when you are affirming for self-concept, you don't really require validation, do you? You just do it because it makes you feel good. This is why I do it. And I know most people have this train of thought where they're just motivated by the fact that they feel so good affirming while they say these things. They feel great affirming for self-concept. And this is why they feel motivated to keep doing it. Because it just helps boost their self-esteem, their self-confidence. They don't require validation. You're doing it because it makes you feel good. It's a bit like I dress well for myself. I don't need to go outside to have someone validate the fact that I've dressed well. I don't require that validation, right? Now, it's nice if someone does compliment me, but do I rely on it? No. Because my own validation is enough for me. In fact, it's not just validation. I fully believe that, right? So contrast that with now affirming for SP. Now, do you see how silly it is for me to want constant signs and validation from the universe if I'm on the right track or not with my SP? It sounds foolish almost. It sounds like there's a begging energy behind it. Just step into your power. You don't need that validation. I'm sure it's encouraging to most. It's been encouraging to me also, right, in the beginning. But I've also gotten lost in the source, so I'm just warning you guys. There's no need to chase signs when you can have your whole manifestation. Now on to my next point. Because your awareness is your reality, and your awareness includes everything. The universe, the infinite intelligence, infinity includes everything. Whatever you put your attention on, that thing is included in your awareness field. That's why it's impossible to get rid of something. The moment you even say, I exclude this, you include it. So stop fighting the problem, because you got to understand, like, God always says yes. The infinite intelligence always says yes. It always says yes to you. So even when I tell you to not think about an elephant right now, the first thing you want to do is think about an elephant, because your awareness always says yes. So you got to make sure whatever you're predominantly putting your awareness on is something you actually want to manifest, you actually want to happen in your reality. Let's say when you're affirming for your specific person and then you feel like it's been a while, you've been doing this and nothing's moved, nothing's happened. How can you even have that thought when you're too busy or immersed in the version of you who's gotten your desire? How are these two realities possible? They're not. This is why you're getting inconsistent results, because you're still faithful to the reality where you're not being this thing. There is no waiting when you already are relishing and enjoying your desire. Where's the wait? If I'm already enjoying my apple, why am I waiting for an apple? That doesn't make sense. You cannot be in the identity of somebody who has your SP, who has your desire, whilst also be expecting or waiting on said desire. Those two realities don't mesh. You cannot look for something when you're being that thing, because you are already that thing effortlessly. And when I say expectation, it's not a conscious expectation. It's more like you already expect this thing to happen. Nothing is going to perturb that expectation. It's this energy of, I no longer need to chase this thing. This thing is already mine. You've claimed it already. It's already yours. Keyword already. It's already yours. You've already claimed it. So there's no conscious expectation that you need to do something to get something, okay? You're constant questioning, and I'm not even going to say lack of belief, because belief is always sustained. And this is something I said in that video last year. Belief is always sustained. There is no such thing as a lack of belief, because belief is all there is. But it's when you focus on the absence, when you bring your awareness on the absence of your desire, that's what causes the lack of belief, because you are the one that's sucking the fulfillment out of your desire, which is why you feel an absence, which is why it feels awful. That shows up as a lack of belief. Your desire can bifurcate into two paths. It's either fulfillment or non-fulfillment, and you're more aware of the non-fulfilled reality. That's why the belief naturally is on the non-fulfillment of your desire. You're shining the light of negation, and when you're shining the light of negation on it, you are causing a lack of belief in your desire. I hope that's making sense. And this comes in the form of, well, I don't see any movement. That is coming from the version of you who hasn't gotten your desire. That very thought of you not seeing any movement, of you requiring validation. And I'm not talking about validation when you need it here and there, maybe just to keep you going. I'm talking about when you're constantly requiring that validation from external sources, from synchronicities. There's no need. There is no need. You are so much more than signs. Your well-being should be a starting point. It shouldn't be the goal. This is why when you actually manifest your SP, you're going to be in the best headspace, in the best mindset, in the best self-concept, where it all coalesces beautifully. Because I, for one, have manifested the same SP over 10 times from a shitty self-concept, and I have lost them just as fast. There is no point in manifesting people out of desperation. You're gonna lose them just as fast. While you're affirming, you almost got to think like, I'm already with this person, so it's so silly for me to keep on entertaining thoughts that don't match up with the reality where I'm with them. Imagine you're with your SP, right? And you're constantly having these thoughts of, I'm not good enough for them. What if the third party comes back? Do you think those thoughts correspond well with the reality or where your SP stays with you? Or do you think they match best with the reality where your SP isn't with you? Obviously the latter. This is why working on self-concept is crucial, guys. You got to keep satiating yourself with either your affirmations or fulfilling this desire in imagination. Okay, feeling the fulfillment rather of the desire that it's already done. What's that life like when it's already done? What are you doing? Who are you talking to? Who's in your life? What do you do on a daily? Imagine that. Live that. Live that to the point where you are satiated. That's all that's required of you. That's all you got to do. And it is a pretend game, because the identity that you are today was also just a pretend game in the beginning. Some of the qualities that you have today, that you have completely wholeheartedly adopted into your personality today, were once just you playing pretend. For instance, I haven't been the most socially confident person my whole life. However, in the last, I'd say 2-3 years, I literally started to copy the version of me in my head who is social, who's extroverted, who talks to everyone. Who's that version? I literally just played pretend. And now it's just who I am. Just because you're now conscious of the manifesting process doesn't make it less viable. Doesn't mean now that different rules have to apply. It's the same thing, guys. You've been doing it your whole life. Anyway, guys, I hope this video was helpful and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.